references to Hebrew concepts. Moreover, as I will explain later, some of his assertions can be questioned. Again, source references are sparse, especially concerning Mesopotamian texts. He cites only coded notations for cuneiform texts, making it difficult to compare his translations with others. So who are they? Why are they called Anunnaki? This word means the people of Anu, and it first appeared in Mesopotamia on cuneiform clay tablets that are several thousand years old. In this book, I will retell and discuss the story of the Anunnaki according to these tablets. This is done from more of a spiritual viewpoint, in contrast to the common and rather dry scientific attitude, which is based on a limited worldview. The traditional approach to creation myths is to regard them as such, as myths, but we will consider them under the hypothesis that they may have a factual background. What does this hypothesis mean for our monotheistic religions, and what worldview will that lead to? Moreover, what connections could there be with actual occurrences in our world? I will try to give answers that will probably not appeal immediately to all readers, depending on their worldviews, but at any rate will offer material for discussion and reflection. My intention is to span a bridge between, on the one hand, the common scientific views on this subject, and on the other hand, the numerous esoteric books and ideas which have their defects as well. The latter, in many cases, lack a proper grounding in the clay tablets and other ancient texts, and sometimes provide isolated quotations that do not stand up to verification. Are there really extraterrestrials? The widespread opinion that the Anunnaki belong to an extraterrestrial race is, of course, taboo in circles that consider themselves scientific. Yet, if we study the Mesopotamian texts, we will not find contradictions to this interpretation. It is logically possible. It merely conflicts with the present-day official worldview and the customary dogmatism found in scientific circles. Today, it should be clear that we cannot possibly be alone in the universe. Mainstream astronomy now estimates that there are trillions of planets in the cosmos, and the probability that only one of them has biological life is almost zero. Since there are probably hundreds of thousands of populated planets, it is also probable that other civilizations are out there. Origins of religions. The present treatise is based on research into the history of religions and looks ahead in connection with spiritual and esoteric sources. Unlike the previously mentioned works, it cites a large number of sources that can be found in relevant books and on the Internet. I will avoid attempting a scientific transliteration of words from non-European languages. Please note also that I will not distinguish strictly among the various cultures in question, but will for the most part use the general term Mesopotamian. As for the many links to the Internet that are cited, a number of them will no longer be available after some time, because the URLs will change, or the websites will no longer be active. I hope that the interested reader will be able to find corresponding websites with the help of the information that is given. I would also like to express my thanks to Jenny Marks of Inner Traditions Bear & Company for her suggestions and helpful editing of the text. Chapter 1. The Anunnaki and the Creation of Humanity. Facts about us in the Mesopotamian clay tablets. The ancient Mesopotamian cultures consisted of Sumer, 3500 to 1800 BCE, Akkad, 2340 to 2125 BCE, Babylonia, 2000 to 1000 BCE, and Assyria, 1170 to 612 BCE. These are all approximate dates and vary somewhat from one source to another. These civilizations left a large number of texts in cuneiform writing on clay tablets. Many of these have been preserved to this day, even though some are damaged or broken. Others have no doubt been stolen and are now in private possession or kept at unknown locations.